All right, guys, welcome back. Episode 3 of the podcast of Pigskin Pros Fantasy. We got a stacked lineup today. Today we got another quick recap of Week 9, halfway through the season now. We get our reactions of every team. Today we're going to do a lot of dynasty-focused stuff. We're going to go through, since we're halfway, some risers and fallers of the overall rankings. And we're going to assess some teams that were submitted into us, and then maybe talk about some trade targets or just go in and talk about anything dynasty related. All right, so you guys want to pull up? Should I pull up the games from last week and we'll get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Take control here, Carney.
Any initial thoughts here, just from last week? Anyone?
DJ Stroud is a beast.
Yeah, we can start there.
Yeah.
Where do you guys rank him now? Dynasty quarterbacks.
Top 10 for sure.
Top 10.
I think he was top 10 before last week.
How high do you go?
I mean, fuck it. Let's just start with the guys we got ahead of him, huh?
It's
In no order. Yeah.
Mahomes, Hurts, Burrow,
Allen.
And then I think it's either
Then you can make a serious argument.
Lamar.
he's ahead of Lamar.
You think so?
Wow.
I don't know.
He's ahead of T-Law.
Yeah, and Herbert.
Yeah.
I think him and Herbert are like next to each other.
I think they're all the same tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Herbert.
But he's incredible.
Herbert, T-Law, Stroud.
He's so good.
I'm still putting Lamar ahead of him. Because we've seen the MVP season.
That's close to me.
Who else is there? Is that it?
I think right now
Lamar's what, 26, 27?
I think right now the rushing ability from Lamar has him a little bit higher, but I think once that slowly starts to kind of fade away from Lamar's game, I could see Stroud definitely overtaking him.
Yeah, but the thing is with Lamar, they don't run the offense through him like they used to. Like you saw last week, they scored 37 points and he had 8 fantasy points or something like that.
He had only 8?
Well, I mean,
8 or 9?
Yeah.
He's really proven he
He
can.
had no
Edwards had
touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. Edwards had 2 touchdowns. And what's his face?
Yeah, that running is just ridiculous.
John, do you take back anything you said last week about the Ravens?
Yeah, no, they're legit. I'm still taking the Chiefs over them.
I don't know.
I'm taking the Bengals over them. I'd put them
I'll
third
take the
in
Bengals. I like the Bengals. The Ravens come out.
You're taking the Bengals over the Chiefs, Sam?
Yes, I am.
That's absurd.
They have an issue at wide receiver.
That's absurd.
They have a massive issue. And Travis Kelce just got 7 yards receiving somehow.
Okay, but how about this, though? Now they have a top 5 defense. So what
They
do you
do.
do now?
They do, but
I think it's the AFC as there's a tier of the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Bengals going forward. I think it's
everyone else.
I mean, the Dolphins stink. The Bills stink.
frauds.
Yeah, that's another takeaway from the weekends. Are the Bills going to make the playoffs?
Yeah, they'll make the playoffs.
We'll figure it out. Yeah,
Well,
because I don't think the Steelers are for real. I don't think the Browns are gonna keep.
Well, listen,
AFC North is just...
They just beat up on each other.
I don't know about the Bills, man. They got a gauntlet. I mean,
They're
they
just
got
so good, the AFC North. Like,
2.
the Browns, man. If the Browns had any
I think
offense...
the Bills to the Broncos this week, and then it's. I know that in no order. I know it's. I think Cowboys, Eagles, Chiefs, 49ers.
I got it right here. It's Broncos. It's Broncos, Jets. Those should be 2 wins, but you never know. Then it's at Philly, at Kansas City, at home against Dallas, at the Chargers, Pats at home, then at Miami. So that's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to say they'll get in, but
Yeah.
John, you always got to put your trust in Josh Allen, so.
that's what I mean. And I feel like it's better if they're in the playoffs. Makes the playoffs better.
I agree.
Buffalo's in.
Sure.
I mean, I would rather see Buffalo in over fucking Cleveland, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I don't want to see
More fun
Pittsburgh
game
in the
to
playoffs.
watch.
Hey, Jacksonville's got something special going on down there.
That's what I was
Yeah.
saying last week, Sam.
I mean, game of the week against the 49ers this week.
That'd be a good one.
Best game on the slate.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for it.
That's another team who's got an improved defense now.
All right, I think I got a blazing take here. I would still take the Cowboys over the Eagles
Fuck yeah.
because of their defense. I think the Eagles are just going to get wiped once.
Let me say something about that game real quick, because dude, the fact that we didn't win was ridiculous. Like, we had every chance. We played better than the Eagles. We played better than the Eagles. We lost, which might mean that we're worse.
I
But
felt
Did you do enough?
I guess not.
I felt as if
Like, we're an inch away from a touchdown on that Schoonmaker catch, where we somehow get to 1st and 6, or 1st and goal on the 6. We can't fucking get in. Mike McCarthy's got to go. It's not on Dak. It's not on
played
Dak.
great last week.
Dak is one of his best games ever played.
I'm not shitting on Dak here, but
Oh God, please don't. Come on,
no. He played really well. I'm just saying, imagine if he didn't step out, then they get the field goal and you go.
Oh my God, I know.
I'm not blaming it on him. I'm just saying if he doesn't.
It's just he's the most like everyone wants to shit on it. He's the most
I'm not even shitting on him.
Negatively looked at quarterback in football.
I wasn't even trying to be negative there.
No, I get it.
Something I've kind of seen with the Eagles is that a lot of teams, when they're having success against them on offense, a lot of it's coming through the pass game. Because their defensive line has got to be one of the best in football.
But like for me, I look at it, it's like they're banged up as could be, and they're still winning like games against good teams.
And that's why the bye week's coming at a perfect time for them.
Yeah, and give them get Goddard. But I mean, Goddard being out for at least 4 weeks is gonna hurt. But like, I mean, get Hurts healthy.
Well, you know what
some other guys on defense. Slay went down. I think Bradbury's banged up. Like,
well, you know what that does for you, Tom.
Like coming back in though.
This is what it does for you, Tom. It fucking skyrockets Devontae Smith a little bit. His value.
Yeah, I mean,
more targets. Even AJ Brown. How much higher can this fucking value get?
It's not crazy, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there should be more targets going around.
But I don't know. I still think the Eagles are the best team in the NFC. But
I agree. I just think one thing is they went up, and then it's like they tried just like running the clock out early. And they just kept.
Yeah, that's how they play. They fucking.
No, I know. I just feel like that can hold them back sometimes. For example, on Sunday.
Yeah. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but week 13 we got the healthy 49ers against the Eagles. I think that'll be a matchup that shows the best of the best is.
Yeah,
very excited for that.
I think Debo might be back this week.
And Trevor Williams.
Will be back.
Yeah.
This is a little off topic, not really, because we're still talking about good teams, but my sister actually sent me a TikTok. She's like, bring this up to the podcast. And you guys probably saw this. It's like every year, or the past 2 years, the Super Bowl logo before the year comes out. 2 years ago, it was like orange and yellow. It was Bengals and Rams. Last year was red and green, Chiefs, Eagles. And this year is purple and red for maybe Ravens, Niners.
That's like
a coincidence.
Right?
And
that's very – it could happen.
Yeah.
So weird.
I still might take –
Or Vikings, Chiefs.
Could be the Vikings. Vikings, Patriots.
Josh Dobbs all the way. But I kind of want to talk about that game a little bit. I think that's got some big fantasy implications going forward, both those teams. Josh Dobbs, man.
Hell yeah.
That was kind of sick.
Josh Dobbs got some value coming
baby.
What's with guys with alopecia being mad athletic?
Probably Villanueva, dude.
Villanueva, yeah.
What's Dobbs' value looking like, Derek, right now?
I would.
Are you looking to try to unload him?
Question.
Like what are we thinking here?
If my team wasn't constructed in the way it is, I'd take him for just mid-second, probably.
Let's just talk in general. What do you think Dobbs could go for right now?
Early second, mid-second.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to be a starter next year.
That's why I think it's late second.
You don't think so?
No, late second that's not. I don't see value.
He'll be a starting quarterback next year, Tom.
I don't
think so either. Maybe the Giants.
That's what I'm saying right now to like a team, like a plug and chug type team, early to mid second, get him in there. Someone
He's going to be the next bridge quarterback, like Jacoby Brissett, like
right.
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater. Like,
what about a theoretical 2025 too?
2025 second?
Yeah.
Theoretical.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Theoretical, yeah.
Theoretically.
You would what?
I mean, I'm not doing it on my actual team, but...
What about a hypothetical 2025 too?
Hypothetically, yeah.
Okay.
So hypothetically, in a league that we're definitely not all in, you wouldn't take a 2025 too for him?
No.
That sucks.
What about Derek Carr?
What about two of them?
Carr?
Yeah, today I got fucking 2025 2 for Derek Carr, and he needs 2024 and a 2025 too. And I was
there might be some serious trade that happens as we on the live here.
I'd like to break that down.
I would love to talk about it. Yeah, so hopefully.
Which one?
I gotta make it happen.
Is someone else other than you, Derek, that's in this recording involved?
No.
Then I would like to break it down without your input first, if it happens, and then we'll bring you in.
That would, yeah, I like that idea. If it's gonna happen,
okay.
I think that's the way it's got to go.
Yeah. And
then
if
it happens, we're all gonna look down.
Your 2 cents. What?
We're all gonna look down on our phones and look at it at the same time.
Like, oh shit!
Reactions.
Yeah.
I want to give a quick shout out to the Dynasty Dud, Derek Smith, for joining us today.
Thanks, guys.
Oh yeah.
I had to change that because there's some really weird people in my other leagues. I didn't want them knowing my name.
Fifth and final, what would you say, quadruplet?
Quintuplet?
Quintuplet, sorry. Quadruplet.
Hey, Sam, that's the word of the day. I don't want to spoil the ending.
Maybe that's why your 6th grade math teacher hated
My
you.
bad. Yeah.
I think we should also just shout out our league because it's insanely competitive.
A lot of 5 and 4.
Oh my god. So many 5 and 4.
I was working study hall and I was looking at my schedule. I got to win 3 games to really feel confident about getting in. I still don't know.
I mean, I'm in the 8 seed. I'm 5 and 4.
If I go 8 and 6, I don't think that's a lock. There could be a multiple 8 and 6.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think 8 and 6
games get in.
Like I have Pino and Stan on my
those are 2 wins.
Schedule. Right.
Actually, I don't know because I almost lost AJ.
But I also have you, your dad, and Mayette, so I could drop all of those. Or I just think I should win one.
Games.
Mayette's team's going on a shitter, dude.
I got to win one of those games. I think I'm in.
Okay, so that was also another one of my guys to question, just theoretical. What are you guys trading for Will Levis right now? Speaking of Mayette's team.
Late 1?
Yeah, I like that.
I disagree.
Late 24 one?
I think it's a...
No, yeah, I think he looks good. He didn't put up numbers the other day. I think he passed the eye test.
He does pass the eye test. I like that.
I think he's higher than that.
You think he's higher, Tom?
Higher than a late 24 first?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe a young receiver and like a early second.
I got to see more than 2 games to go beyond a late 24 one, in my opinion.
Well,
yeah, I mean, I think that they're committed to him for like.
Yeah, but you don't know that yet, though.
My bad. I offered fucking Mayette my 1 now for him. Now I'm thinking about it. I need a quarterback badly.
All right. Well, I think that's a great. I don't mean to take your job, Carney, but that was a good transition into the growers and the fallers. That was my first guy, Levis.
That was mine too.
Shall we? Shall we start?
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right.
Where do we start here?
Go ahead, Sam. Get us going.
So
I'll go last.
We're doing a segment here. Carney, you want to introduce it?
Okay, so new segment, halfway into the season. Obviously, rankings have changed based on young guys performing or anyone over or underperforming. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go around and we're gonna just talk about some guys from each position, quarterback through tight end, guys who've gone off the dynasty rankings and guys have just plummeted. So I'll go last since my list is pretty long.
Do you want me to go first?
Do you want to start with the good here?
Why don't we start with Levis because Derek already said him.
Yeah, I mean, Will Levis, we saw what he's capable of doing the first few weeks, and clearly he was a backup or a third string, and now we see him as a guy who could potentially be in there in the next few years, and I was curious, and we answered the thing where it was 2024 late first, 2025 mid first. What'd you guys do?
I think I got to see more than, as of now, I think I got to see more than 2 games, but I think he can easily work his way up into that.
Right. I was also thinking the same thing, but there's also like, if it were to the best scenario, what we think the best scenario for Will Levis, this is the buy window for that.
Yeah, he has every opportunity to be incredible.
And I think this is, if you're going to want to buy him, this would be the time to buy him.
Right.
Because if he keeps playing well, then he's going to get even higher value.
I mean, if you get into that top 10 quarterback range, you're looking at multiple first-round picks.
Like he's probably, 12 to 15? Probably around 15 right now?
I mean, I'm looking up. Let me pull up the rankings real quick. Just like keep trade cut. Just
I'm personally not. I'm not all in on him yet. I still.
He's 17 right now. I mean, These are like they have him ranked around like Sam Howell, Purdy. Which
that's fair.
I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
Those guys have shown more.
But I mean, once you get into the pretty much, I think like the 12 and better, because Bryce Young, he's worth, I don't know what he's worth right now, but
he's.
I mean, anyone better than like AR. I mean, I think it's multiple firsts at that point.
Yeah. What's AR at? He's got to be 7, 8.
He's 9. They got him at 9, but I mean,
9. Yeah, it's just the thing is you got to see more than 2 games,
Yeah.
But
yeah, I got to see a little more until I start throwing around multiple firsts or first and a good player or whatnot. I still think I could see him right now being like a young receiver, maybe like a Tank Dell in an early second.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll do it.
Go ahead.
You going QB here? Just QB?
Are you on Riser or Faller here?
Riser. Let's do all Risers for now.
Yeah, let's start with the Risers. I mean, I went Josh Dobbs. I got off my couch. You know what I mean? Like it was unbelievable. It's a guy who didn't take a snap. This is a smart motherfucker. This guy didn't take a snap on one snap with the first team. This dude is sneaky athletic. Like, this guy can run the football down your throat.
Look, he had
like that play on that 4th down play where he saved the game, where he just fucking ran.
Yeah, it was awesome.
He voided like 3 sacks and just like, how many quarterbacks are doing that?
Well, I was watching it
on
live,
Red
and
Zone.
Like, he's giving flashes of Lamar Jackson right now. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's crazy.
Hey now.
Dude, like,
I said flashes.
He's an accurate passer, and he's on a loaded offense.
Yeah.
And he's smart.
The thing though, like, I don't know, is he going to start somewhere next year? I think this last.
I think he has to.
5 and 4. His last 8 games are going to be telling. Like, if the Vikings make the playoffs, I think you'll find.
Hell, he might start for the Vikings next year. You know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, Kirk tore his Achilles. He's out for at least half of next year.
He's a free agent too.
Right, so he's not even going to get re-signed.
Yeah. I mean, he's
Josh Dobbs, buy your stock.
Yeah. All right.
Buy your stock.
How about on Red Zone though? It was the same time. Dobbs and I think it was Baker Mayfield, both getting touchdowns like late seconds, and it was fucking nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. All right, I'll go next. I'm going. I'm probably gonna steal Ken's right here, but Sam Howell.
Well, it took mine too.
That's not mine, but
all right. Well, I do.
I'm very high on Howell.
He's awesome.
Yeah, I love him.
He can sling it. I mean,
it's 2 things.
You
What?
can fucking sling it, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's got a good offense around him. I mean, he's gonna be the guy for at least next year or 2. Even if he does terrible, they're gonna ride him out.
I agree.
Like,
yeah,
I think something that could either benefit him or hurt him is I think next year Washington is likely going to make a coaching change at head coach. I think that could likely, we'll see what happens with it. But I think also they're gonna look to buff that offensive lineup as well because he's been getting sacked a lot.
That brings me to what I was going to say. I think after this year, if he stays like this, they'll be what, like 7-win team. What's going on there, Sam? What are you doing?
Sorry.
7-win team. I feel like if he's having the season now, it's kind of hard to move on from him. You can't just kick him to the curb. But
no, they're definitely
next year they're still a 6-7-win team. I think that's where it gets dicey, and you don't know what his future in Washington looks like. But I agree. I think from what I've seen, he's a riser this year. I had him on my list.
Yeah, for sure. I'll get into my quarterback. This is a guy who's I think he falls almost into the superstar category now. Has probably the best weapons in the league around him, if not top 3. Tua Tagovailoa. He was behind guys like Justin Fields, behind guys like even Deshaun Watson, even sometimes behind some other guys like Dak Prescott going into this year in Dynasty. And there was obviously the injury concerns going into this year, and that kind of is now pushed to the side a little bit. And as long as Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are on the Dolphins, like I don't see Tua slowing down.
Yeah, I like that one. I remember I was scared my other league, a lot of people are just shitting on him because of the concussion history, and people did not want to take the risk on him. But what is he right now? Like QB5 this year, if not higher?
Yeah, he's I think even higher. But I mean, that's the only risk with him. He's the perfect situation. It just you never know. I mean, one big hit hits the ground hard. Like you never know. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
in the offseason, spent a lot of time learning how to kind of avoid those sort of hits and kind of tuck his head a little bit at getting sacked, and it's kind of paying dividends now. And
yeah.
I think he's going to continue to be elite.
Yeah, I think McDaniel's just an offensive genius too. So like every year he's going to be put in a good situation in that offense, and he'll be a QB1 for years to come as long as he's healthy. So I like that one, Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to stay away from like a lot of rookies and stuff in my rankings. You'll kind of see that throughout, like in my risers and fallers.
All right, should we go to running back?
Well,
Going to quarterback fallers.
John didn't go. Yeah.
Well, I thought you had Howell.
Well, I did. I got two of like every position, but honestly, we already talked about him. CJ Stroud. Just how can you not have him go up high after he has one interception this year? Maybe one of the best rookie seasons from a quarterback we've seen in years.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell you the last time we've seen a quarterback this good right away.
Lamar
Jackson.
Dak Prescott. Not wrong. That was a while ago, though. Dak's been in the league for what, 8 years, if not longer?
8, 9 years.
Yeah, so that's my point.
Him and Zeke were the same class, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about a rookie class right there.
Geez. Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at all these teams. I'm not seeing a quarterback that like right away was that good or this good.
Cam Newton,
Mac Jones.
Wasn't Lamar MVP like year 1 or 2?
Herbert.
I mean, you could tell with Joe Burrow, but then he tore his ACL like game 5.
Yeah,
that team
he wasn't this good.
That team was awful.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember I had him
10 times a game.
Who's he throwing to? Boyd?
T. Higgins. They were the same class.
AJ Green still
Higgins
there?
and Boyd.
AJ Green. Old AJ Green.
Was he still there?
I think
old,
his last year's there.
Wasn't on the Cardinals yet?
Who's at tight end?
Tyler Eifert?
Eifert.
Oh, yeah.
TJ Hushman-Zada.
Uzamoa was there too, wasn't he?
Uzoma?
TJ Uzama.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys want to do our QB
Croft?
followers?
Was he a Bengal?
Who?
Tucker Croft?
Oh, QB.
No,
he's a rookie for the Packers.
I don't know
I think
who
it's
that
Tucker
is.
Kraft, isn't that?
I believe there was a Tyler Croft.
The guy in the Jets now? Tyler Croft.
Yeah.
No, maybe not.
I have no idea.
Yeah, do you want to do followers?
Tyler
Stick with
Croft.
quarterbacks?
Yeah.
All right. Derek, go ahead.
Tyler Croft wasn't the Bengals, sorry.
My QB faller. Try and choose between all these.
I was feeling similar.
I think the obvious. Right now, probably Bryce Young. He's just been kind of awful. A lot of expectations, but hey, he doesn't have necessarily the weapons yet, so he's falling for now, but I think more of like a temporary fall. And
hope so.
He's gonna he'll retain his value. He's a rookie, so like you guys have been saying with everything else, like with rookies, you're not sure yet. But the temporary plummet right now, people who have Bryce Young should definitely hold and not sell at the value that he is at the current.
Definitely, only can really go up from here, I think.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
I think
with
this
that.
is the lowest he gets.
I hope so.
I think it's he's definitely dropped considerably. I just think, sorry Sam, not to put you down here. I just think guys that took Young earlier are probably kicking themselves seeing Stroud off and seeing the potential of Richardson.
Oh yeah.
If
you
redraft the top 4, what's the order? Is it
Stroud,
Richardson, Young, Levis?
What
are we talking just quarterbacks?
Are we assuming AR still gets injured?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, but I think I've seen enough from AR to be like, this guy's going to be a dude.
I think Ooh. AR
Stroud, Richardson.
Toss up for me there.
At 1-1?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Stroud, Richardson, Young, Levis.
I agree.
I think that's mine.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Your top 4 overall? Or just
QBs?
Just quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Jordan Addison.
Gibbs.
Who comes?
Is coming into his own.
Anyone but Bijan, because they don't like to give him the ball.
What the hell's going on over there?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
what the hell is going on over there.
But another thing about Young, you also gotta, like Derek said, he doesn't have the weapons. Hold on, that team just sucks. So like, hopefully it's improved next year. Obviously, don't wish bad on him, but
I think all 5 of us were fairly high on Jonathan Mingo going into the year, and
yeah, he's been. I really liked him. I was trying to get him in every league.
So did I.
Yeah, hasn't really panned out yet.
Because he was the first receiver taken in second round, I think.
Yep.
I think he scored last week or 2 weeks ago.
Him or Hyatt,
yeah, he did score finally.
But what's that do for you?
No.
Not like you're gonna start him or anything.
All right, Sam, you up?
Yeah. I didn't really know where to go here, so I just went with a guy who was pretty good last year, and he's got weapons around him. He's just not doing it. It's Geno Smith. Just really not doing anything. I know he's not high up on dynasty boards to begin with. He's older. But he's got Metcalf, Lockett, JSN, great running back. 3 points. He scored 3 points.
Yeah.
And he's been bad this year too.
I like that one. I think
he's been bad. He had a great year last year. He was like, if we're just talking fancy points, not dynasty, he was like top 7 QB.
Yeah, I think he was around that.
He was a legitimate redraft start.
Yeah, but he signed a 3 or 4 year deal too. So it's not like dynasty. Like he's locked up for 3 or 4 years. That's
right.
I don't think it was as lucrative though. I think he only got 25-30 mil range, which is kind of cheap for a quarterback now.
Yeah, it's Geno Smith though, but
that's what I mean. I feel like Seattle, maybe they just move on from him after next year.
Yeah, no, they might, but I'm just saying it wasn't like there was no future either.
Yeah, I can see.
I don't really have much else to say other than that. So.
I can see them holding on to him and using him as as a guy someone can learn from, like a young quarterback they draft can learn from a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going someone who last year really played pretty well. I think he was around 10 to 12 range.
He's definitely gonna be my guy.
Been
Same.
The worst, just horrible. And I think we saw the last of him as a star in the NFL is Daniel Jones.
Yep. I had him.
I mean, just
rest in peace.
I know
I love every second of it.
It's
not the ACL part. That's fucked. But
yeah, but no, I mean, I think last year was as good as it could have gone for him. Obviously, won a playoff game, great, and this year could have been as bad as it could have possibly been.
Yeah,
Sam, I'll take that 2025 3 for him.
Actually,
yeah,
dude, I might do that.
I don't think Daniel Jones is going to see the field ever again.
I don't either. I think he's done. I think
he will somewhere.
I think he started his last game as a Giant.
But Tom, you're going to find out that this injury was probably one of the best things that's going to happen for the Giants.
I am beyond okay with it.
It's some of the worst football I've ever seen played.
But it's just the only thing for the Giants right now is the contract. I don't know what the outs are, but
that's what I mean. I feel like he's got to play somewhere. It would be, sorry, off topic, being an angry Pats fan, it would be the most Belichick thing ever to fucking bring in Daniel Jones and have him and Mac Jones battle it out for a starting job. Because we have the most cap space next year, and we're gonna waste $40 million on it on fucking Daniel Jones. And I don't know.
How many years was he signed to, Tom?
I think
4.
And he's making 42 a year.
160.
Oh yeah, highway robbery.
He got
460.
Best agent in the game.
My God, dude.
So what are they? That's what I mean. He's got to play somewhere at some point. I don't know if it's in New York.
Yeah, who's taking on that contract?
I don't know.
No one.
Falcons,
That's like Giancarlo Stanton.
Falcons could
no one wants that.
Kenny Galladay.
Yeah.
Kenny Galladay.
Yeah. Giants are shambles, dude.
John's previous point kind of takes me into who I guess my faller would be, talking about the Patriots. I think Mac Jones is a faller. You look at what he did his rookie year 2 years ago, and you would have thought, okay, this guy, not necessarily from a fantasy perspective, but from a longevity perspective, he's the guy, okay. He's going to be playing for the Patriots for the next, 5-10 years. I think now you look at it in his third year, and you're like, there's question marks all surrounding him, and you think, next year, is he going to have a job? And I think looking at some other quarterbacks, I think I would take Dobbs ahead of him right now. I think There's some other quarterbacks I might take ahead of him. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe a guy like Aiden O'Connell.
I
think I'm taking Mac over O'Connell.
He was kind of slinging it, dude.
Against
the
who
knows?
Are you taking?
Yeah, but Giants have a decent little defense. Like it's not like.
I don't think the upside for Mac Jones is there anymore. I think a guy like Aiden O'Connell, who knows? Maybe
he's got no confidence out there.
Are you taking Mac or Kenny Pickett?
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett for sure.
I think they both.
Yeah. They both are not.
The Steelers, they're gonna ride him to the ground.
Right.
So what happens if the offseason turns into Mac Jones having Brock Bowers and T. Higgins?
That's another good question.
I think they go out and trade again for Kyler Murray. Fuck it.
I would definitely trade for
Kyler Murray. But why are we expecting the Patriots to sign T. Higgins?
No.
When have they ever?
They never
they've never done it. They've never done anything.
Let's consider any team with T. Higgins because T. Higgins is out of Cincy.
Yeah, he'll be gone.
No, but I'm saying the Patriots. There's every single offseason and trade deadline. DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Adams, and then they end up with fucking Juju Smith-Schuster.
Fuck that guy fucking blows.
Yeah.
Is T. Higgins going to be a Chief?
Sure hope not.
Actually, I would love that for my fantasy team. Fucking glad I kept T. Higgins. I guess. I mean, I had Bryce Young and Daniel Jones in mine. Pretty basic.
That's
I guess
fine.
Up here comes Mark.
Quarterbacks are tough because they keep their value. All right, let's go to running backs.
Cut shit out, right?
Yeah, let's do running backs.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. You cut shit. No.
Am I up?
Oh no, you're fine.
Yeah.
Look at all this guy, huh?
Derek finally coming? Hell yeah, Derek. When did you get in? I thought I was gonna make my first appearance before you fucking pussy.
I'm here.
Am I allowed to say that on the fucking stream?
You are.
Totally.
All right, good.
Yeah, that's a clip.
Yeah, I guess I'll talk about Kenny Pickett or someone. Oh, nice ass, dude. Why are you?
No, let's just move on to the RBs here.
Yeah,
John, we're moving on. Well, my riser's Jahmyr Gibbs. What a roller coaster ride he's been value-wise. Obviously, started off preseason top 3. Plummeted a little bit with Montgomery stealing touches. Montgomery out, Jahmyr Gibbs more than proves his worth, I think. And I think that Lions team's going to have an issue with Montgomery coming back, deciding how to distribute the ball again. I don't think Montgomery's coming back to the same amount of touches with Gibbs. I think it's the Swift special where Swift started out with the first 2 games having 3 touches total, and then one game that who got the touches over Swift?
Gainwell.
You're saying injured. Swift goes for 120, 150, something like that, and then you see the rest is history there with Swift. I think it's a similar thing with Jahmyr Gibbs, especially this year. Montgomery, they're in no rush to get him back with Gibbs like this right now.
Yeah, my only concern is Dan Campbell was he's like, I definitely want to still get both of them the ball. I think it'll look more like a committee.
In my opinion, it's pretty damn
I'm not
hard,
saying it
though,
should be. I don't think he's
ball.
right, but I guess that's just the only concern.
I'd agree. I'd agree with Gibbs as of early in the year. He's definitely risen. He's been electric, but if you look at preseason, he was already top 5, I think. But I agree.
I'm saying rising in terms of where he has been.
Oh yeah.
He went from top 5 and then plummeted. Plummeted.
He did. He's probably down to 12.
Yeah.
But he's probably right back up top 5.
And now,
what do you think? He's 3 now? 3, 4?
He's back to RB5. Yeah. Right under ETN.
I mean, 2 weeks ago we were talking about him at the 8 range. So just in these past 2 weeks, he's already gone up in our own personal rankings, at least 4 spots.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm taking Bijan still probably just because.
I'm not.
You're not? I'm taking CMC just because he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Walker. I'm ETN right now.
Yeah. All right, look at you.
I don't think I'd take Walker over Gibbs.
No,
I don't think so.
No, I'm not taking Kevin Walker. I'm taking
what? No.
McCaffrey, ETN. I'm taking ETN over Gibbs.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would
I'll take Brees. I'll take Brees over Gibbs.
I would take Brees over Gibbs.
100%. Brees is
Yeah,
such a beast.
I think 3 or 4. I guess CMC, Brees Hall.
ETN, you would really have to. That's a real head scratcher there. I see both of them as.
I think if I got offered Gibbs for ETN, I would take Gibbs as an ETN owner. That's just my personal opinion.
It's fair. It's fair.
All right, who we got next? Sam? Is it Sam next?
Yeah, I'll go. I have Gus Edwards as my riser.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to go Gus Edwards. I know he had a big week this past week, and I think he's actually, if you look at his past weeks, he's had some big weeks. And this is finally a Ravens team with Lamar Jackson where you're like, okay, they might go all the way, and they're finally doing what they've always tried to do, and that's motion, option, run it down your throat, and it's working, and Gus Edwards is right in the center of it. I know they got other running backs we'll talk about who are doing it too, but it looks like Gus is the number one still there, and they're just going to keep feeding him because that's what Harbaugh does. That's what how he likes to run his offense, and I don't think he's going to go away unless he gets hurt, which happens to him. But
yeah, I think with the emergence of Keaton Mitchell, they had 3 backs play, but Gus Edwards still a goal line guy, 2 touchdowns. I think he's got a touchdown the past 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Gus Edwards and Keaton Mitchell from now on. I think Justice Hill's gone after what Mitchell did, but I think you take any part of that rushing offense you can get the Ravens because they're going to be productive every week.
I had Keaton Mitchell for like 3 weeks, and I dropped him last week. That one hurt a little bit.
Really?
I think I picked up Trey Palmer for him, so that
the Bucs receiver.
Yeah,
I was gonna pick him up too, Palmer, but I didn't.
Then you're gonna cut Palmer, and he's gonna go off.
Probably that's how it works, right?
Yeah. All right, I was gonna go ETN just because I do think he's kind of put himself in that top category, but I'm gonna go like a guy that's not that high yet. He's probably around top 20 now. Tyjae Spears.
I like that.
I mean, I think that he's pretty much solidified as him being the next guy once Henry's done. He'll get his touches behind him for now, and he's showing like he's got a lot in there. He's good.
Yeah,
and then as soon as Derrick Henry's done, they'll figure out whatever he's got left, and I think he's the next guy up there.
It just would have been nice if they had Treylon Burks worked out. That offense would have looked nice in the next few years because they would have had their running back, their quarterback, and actually, I should have put him in the faller. Fuck that guy, Treylon Burks. But
seriously,
he almost died this week.
This guy blows.
Yeah, he almost died.
Yeah, he almost died.
Actually almost died.
Yeah, he got
Did you see the video? Dude, he was...
Done, you fucking asshole.
Oh, I'm an asshole. I didn't know that.
On Thursday night, dude, he was like unconscious.
Yeah,
he actually almost died, or was he just carved?
Yeah, I don't know, but he just it looked bad.
Well, you can't just say that.
No, there was like an ambulance and everything.
Like Damar Hamlin, or like?
Yeah, how bad was this?
No, it was a step down from Damar Hamlin. Obviously, it wasn't like that.
Cardiac arrest. Wait, what was his?
But he was down for like probably 4 or 5 minutes, like not moving on the ground.
Ah, well, shit. Well, he wasn't good before the injury, and he's probably not going to be good now. But back to Tyjae Spears.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like him. I would love to have him on my dynasty team right now.
Yeah, I tried getting him from a while ago, and I mean, I probably sent him some bullshit offer, and he was like, "Yeah, no," and he was smart for that. I would definitely buy into Tyjae Spears, especially after this year, because you don't know what Henry's going to be next year, if he's even going to be a Titan.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Again, to my running back riser guy, I like going forward. I know he's injured right now, but going forward, I like Kyron Williams. I think the Rams right now really don't have anyone that can kind of, go at him for carries. I know they got Darrell Henderson and Royce Freeman, but like those guys, once Kyron Williams gets back, I think it's his backfield once again. He's an elite pass catcher. Once Stafford gets back to full health, I think it'll be hopefully around the same time as Kyron. I think that offense is just going to get right back to clicking, and I don't think they're going to be a playoff team, but I think going forward, there's a lot to like in Kyron.
Love it, Ken. Love it.
Yeah, I think that offense is. They have 2 good receivers. When Stafford plays, they got 2 good receivers in Kyron Williams. They've all done well as long as Stafford's in the lineup. So
yeah,
absolutely.
Another shout out guy for me is Jalen Warren. Really quick.
I was thinking about him.
Honorable mention in my book. I just wanted to mention him.
I like
think
Jalen Warren.
He'll probably appreciate that you mention him tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you never know if he's listening or not, but just
That's
wanted
Tom's
to
boy.
throw him.
Get him
I
on the
didn't want
show.
him to get ignored,
Yeah.
Get him on the show, Tom.
We can tag him in a clip or something.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Maybe.
We got to get a guest. We got to get Bod as our first guest.
I asked Brett if he wanted to be on. Me and Cam were talking about this. Or were we talking about this last week? Getting Brett on.
Yeah, I think so.
We can headline it. Professional baseball player.
MLB prospect.
Brett would be like, "Oh, Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, all of his Eagles guys." So I got two running backs. I guess one of them's pretty obvious, so I'll do that one quickly. Devon Achane. I mean, what was he to start the year? Probably RB 25, 30, and right away, fucking 50 points. He's that Miami offense all about speed, and he brings that to the table. He's got to be running back 10 to 12 right now, if not higher. So that's a guy I think definitely rising. My other guy, I think he started around like
7 right now.
7? Yeah, that's about right.
I think he's a little lower than that.
So that's what, like, he jumped probably around 20 spots over the course of a 4-week span or wherever he's playing, and he'll be back week 11. So be interesting to see if he maintains his pace.
They need him back too.
Yeah, they do. He just adds another dimension to that offense. But the other guy, Derek will like this one. Probably a low end RB2. I think he's mid to upper RB2. I got Isaiah Pacheco. I thought 7th round guy. Oh, yeah. I didn't know. You never know with Chiefs running backs, but it's usually a committee. This year it's just not that. McKinnon's doing nothing. Clyde Edwards-Helaire sucks. And you see Pacheco just be the guy on obviously one of the best offenses in the league. So I think that's a guy that's moved up a lot for me.
Oh, yeah, John.
For sure. All right.
Shall we go to Fallers?
Yeah, Fallers.
My running back faller is Kenneth Walker. Past couple weeks, Charbonnet or whatever the hell his name is, has completely controlled the snap count. And I'm totally out on the value that Kenneth Walker is for a committee backfield like the Seahawks is. I don't think his value represents at all what he's producing with Charbonnet.
Like I think he's RB10 this year. Like he's still good, but
I just don't like the idea of.
I'm with you. I agree.
I'm gonna add something to that. Also looking at Walker, his next few weeks are not very favorable. He's got Washington, who's probably the best matchup out of the next few weeks. He's got the Rams, who's Aaron Donald's a menace in the middle of that. And then he's got the 49ers, one of the best D-lines in the league. Then he goes to Dallas, and then he goes right back to San Francisco again.
Jesus.
And then on top of that, he's got the Eagles right after that. So next few weeks do not look good for Ken Walker.
We have a Chase Young 49er.
Yep.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah, that's
if he's a faller, where do you rank him dynasty running back going forward then? Is he not a running back 1 to you?
He's still an RB1, but a lower end RB1.
Yeah,
it's more
of last year he was 2 or 3.
RB3, yeah.
It's more to me of like a dynasty value rather than like in redrafts. I would love to have him on the team, but like in terms of dynasty, I think what the dynasty community thinks his value is as a running back is not translated on the field. Like I don't like the idea of having a guy worth, in terms of keep trade cut, 5,500, whatever he is. I don't like the idea of that value being someone who isn't a leading running back on their team. Like I'm not gonna pay that for a guy who is second in touches in a backfield.
Yep.
It's just that simple to me.
He's also dealing with a little bit of a, I think, hamstring issue as well. So that's something also to kind of throw out there. We'll see if that kind of continues and lingers. But I agree. I think
run hard though.
I agree. I think that he is a faller for right now.
One thing I will say though, I just think last week was tough. They fucking got smoked and they had to throw the ball. So like,
that's true as well. And he's not a good pass catcher. He's not a good pass catcher. Yeah. He's got bricks for hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Sammy?
Yeah, this one hurts me here. Tony Pollard, man. I mean, where's Tony Pollard been? You know, this is a guy who at redrafts was like a late first rounder. This is a guy who I look at last year and I'm like, get Zeke out of town. Let's have Pollard be our running back. And it seems like he can't do it unless he is a change of pace guy. And last year, that's what he did. Zeke was the hard runner, and then all of a sudden here comes Speedy Pollard, little Tony Pollard out of nowhere, and he's just dominating. Finally, he gets all the snaps this year. And my God, has it just been bad. It's been bad with a good O-line, too.
Yeah.
A really good O-line, and he's just... I think the first couple weeks he was pretty good. He was having a really good season at the start, and he's just dropped off the table.
I mean, he's getting like the same amount of touches when he was with Zeke.
Yeah.
Like, they hasn't gotten more opportunities, which is kind of crazy.
And the contract scares me. I don't know if he has a job next year. Like, as far as, you know, this is the only year that he's going to get this snap count. I think next year he'll go somewhere next year because he is talented, but
it'll be like a two-back, like back.
Yeah, I don't know where. And
I've said that to you. I can probably bring up the text receipts.
Yeah, no, listen, everyone was saying get rid of Tony Pollard. Derek was telling me that too, and thank God I did. But
yeah. You got Christian McCaffrey, so
yeah, but I gave up that one though. That one I didn't realize I had. It's fourth.
You should win a championship. You know, I think you won that by a landslide.
Yeah, I think the trade-off, you win a ring and you lose out in the fourth pick at this point.
No, let's hope.
You got to win a ring, right?
Let's hope.
Win some kind of one.
My follower, I'm going Dameon Pierce.
I had him.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I had Dameon Pierce.
I don't think there's much to even talk about. He is horrible.
He's poop.
He was a beast last year too.
So good last year. He didn't score last year, but you're like, all right, they'll come. Like, just matter of time. Touchdowns will come. God, is he bad?
You know what the worst part of it for me? Sorry not to cut you off. Is I wasn't even that high on him this year to begin with because I didn't think that offense would be good. So I was like, I think I like him dynasty, but I just don't know. He's a running back, and I don't think the offense has been good. But it's complete opposite. Like everyone in the passing game is producing, and he's just non-existent.
Yeah. So that was I'm an owner. I have him, unfortunately, and that was my thing. I was like, all right, like he's like a mid-tier RB2 going into the season. Had a good rookie year, and I was like, you know what? Like they get CJ Stroud, opens up the pass game because last year I was like, they had no pass game to begin at all. So I was like, I mean, it's got to improve a little bit, which opens up the running game, and it's just so bad. Yeah, I don't know. I think he might lose his job to Singletary.
Yeah, I just think.
Yeah, I think it's so.
I think the talent's there. I just don't know. It's just their run offense, their rushing offense is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got two guys I kind of want to mention here for fallers. First guy, kind of feel bad for him. Just got the news he tore his Achilles. His Achilles on his opposite ankle that he previously tore with the Rams. Cam Akers,
had him too.
Are we going to see Cam Akers run the ball again in the NFL? I don't know. I feel bad for him. A lot of people in the fantasy world kind of talked about Cam Akers as a league winner this year, and we saw what happened with him this year. He kind of started off in the doghouse with Sean McVay, gets traded to Minnesota, looked all right with his shared snaps with Madison, and unfortunately gets injured. But another guy I want to talk about too, sorry John if I'm stealing this one from you, is Najee Harris. I think that one is pretty obvious. Jalen Warren just looks way more explosive. I could see, Jalen Warren kind of taking over in that offense and Najee sort of getting a little more of like a goal line role just because he is a little bit bigger. Looked all right last week, but going forward, I think Warren could potentially steal a lot of snaps from him.
Yeah. I agree. I even said in the post, is this the week that Warren takes over? Of course, he has a good week, but I don't know. You just look at the talent.
But they were both right around the same. I think it was 15, 14 points.
It's just the eye test. You see Najee run, and you're like, this guy was a first-round draft pick, year 3 or whatever, and he's just that slow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he'll last. I don't think he's going to get a big second contract or anything. Probably cooked after year 4.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I had actually 3 running back fallers. You guys took them all: Pierce, Akers, Najee. So I got nothing much more on that front.
Got a receivers.
Well, great minds think alike, huh?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Derek.
Receivers?
Yep.
All right. So for my receiver, this guy flew way under the radar ever since his extensive hamstring injury. Now coming back, proving he can still produce even as a 27-year-old with a really bad situation at quarterback. I'm taking Deontay Johnson coming back in. Just an absolute machine catching the ball. I think his last 2 games
are a little smirk from John there.
Oh, yeah.
Last 2 games, 8 receptions, 7 receptions, 23 targets in the past 2 games, even with Kenny Pickett. He's still relatively young, like 27. Yeah, he's getting up there. But I figure we know how Mike Tomlin is as a competitor. Pickett's not figuring it out. He's going to have someone else figure it out. And I'm confident Deontay for the next couple of years could get it done.
I think another thing
that he doesn't get injured anymore.
Right. Another thing with him is you know you're going to get in and out on a weekly basis. He's consistent, so it's a guy you can trust in your lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
hopefully 2-3 more years.
Yeah, I think Deontay kind of falls in the same sort of category as like a Christian Kirk or a Tyler Lockett, like guys that are just possession receivers, going to get a ton of targets, and they're not going to. They don't necessarily have like that huge big playability. Like I mean, I know Lockett had that a few years ago. Now he's more of a target guy, but I think he's a guy that's going to play until he's 30, 31. I think he's just going to keep getting those targets and those short catches and rack up PPR points.
John, I'm trying to find the text right now. I can't find. Oh, here we go. It was Javonte. I was gonna give you Javonte Williams, and you were like Deontay in a 2025 2, and I didn't take it, and now I'm pissed I didn't take that. I was in a Cracker Barrel. This was September 28th.
Oh, that was when Deontay was hurt, right?
Yeah, he was hurt, and I was wanting to sell Javonte, who actually I kind of like right now.
I agree. And my leagues.
Yeah, it was Javonte for Deontay in a 2025 2, and I wish I kind of took that.
It's always funny looking back on offers and just being like, man, I should have taken this, or man, like, why did I? You know,
crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Or like our original draft, Najee Harris was a first-round pick. Like, it's crazy.
My bad. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
You got out of it at a good time, though.
I got a boatload for him, too.
You got out of it at a good time, yeah.
Wasn't Russell Wilson an early pick, too?
Yep, I picked Najee. This is my first round, and Russell Wilson in my second round.
Wow.
And then what was that Tyreek trade with my pops?
God, that was bad. I'm regretting that one really bad. Marquise Brown in a 1, I think I got.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Hey, 7-2 though.
I've slightly recovered.
Slightly, you're.
I'm kind of a fraud this year, but
I'm with you. But if I sneak in, my whole reasoning this year was I just didn't want to suck completely because I didn't have my first. So the first 4 weeks, I was like, I'm fucked, and then I'm just a fraud 6-3, but I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Well, you had Devonta go ape shit first couple weeks.
Yeah, that was big. And then I sold him for ETN, and ETN's been going ape shit too.
Yeah,
which has worked out.
Devonta hit one big week.
Who?
Devonta.
When I had him?
29 1 week, but other than that, it's been last
2
2 weeks.
He hasn't been great.
17 week 1. Well, this is when I had him though, like first.
Yeah, and then 29 6 14. Then I think when did we make that trade, John? Around week.
It was the Buffalo game. Was the first game I had him.
The
London game, whenever that was.
What week was that?
Yeah, that first few week
5,
narrative
so between 4 and 5.
That first few week narrative of Devonta being the wide receiver 1 in Philly was hilarious.
No, but he's looking good now. I mean, his touchdown last week was great.
Yeah, I remember I was texting Derek about AJ Brown because you were kind of down on Brown, and I was like, I don't know, Smith and Brown are closer than you think. And
well, dude, yeah, Brown first few weeks. No.
Yeah.
Because I had Brown on redraft.
It was after Minnesota, 4 receptions for 29 yards.
Yeah, I have him in a redraft, and I was like, man, like I gotta get rid of this guy. I was trying to shop him,
and then after that, Jesus.
But for the record, I do want to say Amari Cooper's been great in that deal we made, John. So it's not like.
No, I'm not saying I won or lost. Like,
dude,
Amari's you're gonna win that deal.
Amari's great.
Awesome. How is he still this elite?
Dude, 5 for 140 and a touchdown last.
He's a Hoffer, bro. He might be a Hall of Famer.
I'm a receiver guy with running back. So I think long run you're gonna win that. I just couldn't keep looking at fucking AJ Dillon, Brian Robinson.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah.
He's had a crazy career on 3 different teams.
Yeah. Amari. He's great. Sam, did you go yet?
No, I didn't. I'll go right now. I'm gonna go with T. Higgins. I think he was a guy that was a faller.
My two
and
guys
probably the most criticized.
Are we on risers or fallers?
Risers.
We're on risers, but he was a faller like all year. And I'm saying he's a riser now.
Oh, okay.
But he was the most criticized wide receiver across the league by far. By far. And as Joe Burrow gets healthy, and as Joe Burrow again, and the Bengals do what they do, having one of the most explosive offenses in football. T. Higgins goes, the Bengals go. They're not stopping, especially if this guy ends up going to the Chiefs. I mean, he's an asset to have for the next 4 years. So
you're firing me up right now. And I can speak as an owner. I think I tried with every one of you trying to get rid of T. Higgins. Yeah, I must have done it with everyone in here. I was so down on him.
So that's my guy there.
I made a lot of offers for him, John.
We had some offers going too.
Yeah, me and Ken were talking a lot about him.
John, the only reason I declined yours with me was because I literally don't have another running back.
I forget what I sent you. There's something with Swift. Yeah, I don't remember what I
have 2 running backs on my team, I think. They're manageable.
Oh, you have 3 right now? You didn't have Jones at the time.
No.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go Tank Dell.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I mean, he went undrafted in our rookie draft. I mean, we knew he was going to be good, but I think he's kind of solidified himself as he's going to be the guy as Stroud goes. I think he's going to keep going.
I remember
build that connection from year one, and
I don't know. That was the first guy I picked up when the rookie draft.
John, I was sitting on the app, and
I was too.
Literally milliseconds.
I would try with every team in the 3rd round to get a 3rd round pick, and no one traded with me. And I was like, I got to get this guy. So I just camped on that app. I remember I was writing the paper.
I was walking into the townhouse, and I was like, rookie draft over, bang, add, and it said couldn't do it.
Yeah, wow. I think I got him and Puka that same right away, and I was like, I'm pumped for that.
Yeah, for sure, waiver wire pickup of the year right there.
But yeah, I got fleeced in the deal before the year. Again, I needed a running back. Tank Dell and a 2 for Brian Robinson. He's not terrible, but he's not even close to Tank Dell, and adding a 2 on that, not good.
Yeah,
I bought stock early.
I
bought stock early. That's like buying Tesla. That's like buying Tesla before it's Tesla.
He was going off against the Pats in the preseason game, and I was like, Sam, give me Brian Robinson. You seen this guy Tank Dell right now, and got you sold, and yeah, you definitely won that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of piggyback here off Tom. I'm gonna also go with the guy who goes across the field from Tank Dell. I'm gonna go with Nico Collins. Yeah, I think just as the Texans' offense continues to get better and they just continue to build chemistry with one another, Nico Collins in the red zone, I think, is going to be the guy for C.J. Stroud going forward, and a little bit of a bigger target. I think we could kind of see a forming of maybe a DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett type of roles between the two of them. Like Lockett was a little younger, going up over deep threat than Tank Dell, a little bit of a bigger target, and Nico Collins sort of filling like a DK Metcalf type role. So,
can I say something about that offense real quick?
Yeah.
I was talking about Tony Pollard. I think if you put that guy in the backfield instead of Dameon Pierce, I think that they like him going out for screens and just running routes behind that wide receiving core and Dalton Schultz. I think if Tony Pollard is Texan next year, watch out.
Sam, we're onto something there. First time hearing that, I love that. Who's the GM of the Texans? Get him on the phone.
I don't know. Give that guy a medal.
No, I'm saying tell him this advice right now. Get Tony P for
I am.
a little discount.
I am right now.
That's what I'm saying. Get him on this podcast. We'll give him some advice. Yeah, I was looking at Collins earlier. I almost put him in because he was receiver like 40-something.
Yeah, he was real well.
Keep trade cut today. He's 24. So he's made a big leap.
Right. Yeah.
And even the first few weeks, I was like, I don't know, Nico Collins, let's see if he's legit. But every week he's producing.
4 touchdowns.
Was he a roids guy?
No.
No?
No.
Who, Collins?
Yeah, didn't he get popped a couple years ago?
I don't know.
Oh, it was who was the other guy for the Texans who got popped? Who was with Hopkins?
Will Fuller.
Yeah, Fuller.
Fuller, yeah.
Yeah.
And somehow Nico Collins finds his way in. Got his teams in.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Jesus.
I'm convinced he doesn't look at his team until every Sunday.
No, yeah,
he's 8-1.
He looks at it one time a week or something like
that. So I had Tank Dell as one of mine. Another guy, another rookie. I want to say he went early to mid-second round. He's starting to put up numbers. Another emerging offense. I'm going Josh Downs. Right. I think he's a nice number 2 to Pittman. I think he's honestly. I thought about putting Pittman here too.
So did I.
I think that helps out Pittman because it gives him. There's another guy they got to worry about on that offense, but yeah, I think Downs another guy who's going to see a lot of targets and maybe sneaking. He could be a playable guy for now to come, but I think we're already seeing that you can put him in your lineup and you can feel confident about him.
Yep.
I like that.
All right.
Fallers.
This one's gonna get fun. I like my receivers on this.
So I got 2, and I'm gonna say 2 because I know one of them none of you are going to say. But one's in the upper echelon, one's in the middle. First, I'm gonna start with middle. Christian Watson. That
was my guy.
I had him. Actually, I had 4 receivers. That was another one of them.
Yeah, red zone targets up the ass, but just has a horrible quarterback. Nothing much more to say there. But then this next guy,
you better not take my guy
in this podcast is going to hate me saying, but this guy has turned from unattainable to attainable. I'm going Justin Jefferson. With the uncertainty at quarterback, I think he drops to 2, Chase 1. But
I think it's been Chase 1 for a while now.
I say with the absolute haul before that you would have to even consider as a Jefferson owner, now in different positions, you really need to start thinking when before you never used to be able to, like, before you're like, this guy's on my team for life. Now we got uncertainty at quarterback. Chase, obviously, 1, but my take here is like, if I'm thinking next 3 years production-wise, from a contender standpoint, I'm very close to taking A.J. Brown right there with Jefferson production-wise in the next 3 years.
Well, my sort of take on that is I think after this year, there was always going to be uncertainty about the quarterback position in Minnesota. I think everyone kind of had that already in mind. Just came a little bit earlier now with Kirk going down. So I think, long term, it was always going to be a question mark. That's why I've thought for a while now that Jamar is the 1 and Jefferson is 2. So I mean that's kind of where I sit on that.
Yeah.
So here's a question. Sorry, you
go. Yeah, there was that, but then for me personally, like, seeing the first few weeks of Burrow this year, I was just like, geez, like this is not good. That gave me a little sour taste in my mouth. But other than that, I agree with you that Chase has been the one just because of the certainty. But like I said, like guys like A.J. Brown, like Tyreek Hill, who knows what he's got? I think two more years of prime with Tua. Give A.J. Brown Hurts for the rest of his career. Like I'm sold on those guys from a contending. I don't want to pay Jefferson's price when the guy throwing to him is Dobbs or the next rookie, who rookies always have the breaking in period, especially at the pick that the Vikings are going to have if they use it on a quarterback.
Yeah.
So that brings me to what I was going to say. What is Jefferson's price? Like, what do you think you would take if you're a Jefferson owner? What's it going to take to trade him away? So I still think, he's still obviously top 2 receiver, so it's going to be high. So is it like tearing down, like you said, like A.J. Brown and what? Or like I don't know, Garrett Wilson and what to get Justin Jefferson?
Well, that's a big difference right there to me. Garrett Wilson and A.J. Brown.
All right, I'm just trying like Garrett Wilson and 2 firsts, Garrett Wilson and a first, Garrett Wilson a player and a first.
I'd probably say Garrett Wilson and a first and a second.
I'm not doing that as a Jefferson owner.
That's what I mean. I think his value still like what is it 2 firsts?
Yep.
Garrett
Yeah,
Wilson,
but my point being is like
no, I get your point.
You can start a conversation now.
No,
rather than being like no way ever.
Yeah,
it depends on the first. I'd rather have Marvin Harrison and Garrett Wilson than
if it's
just Jefferson.
If it's a top 3 pick, yeah.
But like, I mean, if it's the 11th pick, like, no.
Okay, yeah, so we're saying let's say it's Garrett Wilson
less than Garrett Wilson.
Yeah,
because in some of my leagues, I am a Jefferson owner. I would absolutely take a Marvin Harrison and
Garrett Wilson.
That's an easy smash. That's a crush.
Let's say like Garrett Wilson and like Rome. I don't know his last
name.
Rome
Adunzi.
Or like Egbuka or like
depends where they go. It really depends where they go.
Yeah, that's a fair point. So let's just call it Garrett Wilson in 105.
No.
Yeah, I still think I'm leaning Jefferson.
I think it would have to be. See, the thing is for me, Garrett Wilson in the 105 is an absolute no, but Garrett Wilson in a top 3 pick is too much for Jefferson. Is an absolute
smash,
yes.
Yeah.
Well, I said 105. I'm thinking 104 is Brock
Harrison
Bowers
or May
or Bowers.
Like
third
Brock
pick.
Bowers and Garrett Wilson. Does that do it or not? Probably not.
What was it?
Bowers would probably be the 4th off the board in most dynasty.
That's why I was saying 105 because I think that's. So yeah, what about 104?
If it's a tight end premium league, yeah, absolutely.
I think it's close.
But where's Bowers going to end up? Like, I would have to look at that after the pre-draft. I'm taking a top 3 pick and Garrett Wilson. I would have to wait for the draft for the 104, 105.
Okay.
To see where those guys land.
Yeah. Because if Drake May is a starting quarterback somewhere day one, like,
yeah,
like, I don't
know. Are you taking Addison in the top 3 pick
for Jefferson?
No. But no.
Is it Caleb Williams?
Addison in top 2 pick.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, I'd rather have Addison and Caleb Williams or Addison and Harrison than Jefferson.
Harrison's. Yeah. I'm excited to potentially get Harrison here in our league.
Yeah,
I'd rather have 2 for 1. Yeah, especially if it's those 2.
Just the combination of just being completely dominant, plus like a historically insane program for wide receivers. Like,
yeah.
All right.
That was a good one. That was a good debate there.
Yeah. I also went Watson, but Derek took it, so I'll just go. I'll go Pickens. I think it's just Deontay's the clear one, and Pickett fucking sucks. That offense sucks. Matt Canada sucks. And watching that game on Thursday night, like, dude, he had an end zone, like an easy, like I could have caught that touchdown. Like, how does he not get his feet in?
I don't know.
How do you not, like, that was just him not even trying. Like, he's obviously, like, frustrated. He's kind of a diva. And
I think he's a diva that hasn't earned the right to be a diva.
Right. He's like a Claypool. It's
that's why he fell to the second round.
Yeah. So, like,
Pats took fucking Tyquan Thornton over him. Another fucking dumbass move by Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's obviously talented, but
yeah, he's very talented. He's just like, I don't know.
I just saw a video of him actually right before we were on the podcast, and it's like a fan view of Deontay Johnson's touchdown. He's the only guy that doesn't run over there, and he goes to the sideline, doesn't celebrate with the team.
Yes, I saw that too.
Yeah, not a very likable guy right now. Not playing good, bad offense.
So what do you think he's at dynasty-wise? Like low end 2, high end 3, that range?
Yeah,
high end 3.
Yeah, what does a 1-for-1 Pickens trade look like?
With are you going like cross position or a receiver?
Pick, cross position, receiver,
Pick.
what?
I'd go with
early second.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh,
maybe Hollywood.
I'm keeping an early second.
Yeah, right.
I might go Hollywood.
In this draft? Yeah.
Well, what do you think, Hollywood or Pickens?
Hollywood.
I think I agree.
I'd rather have Sutton.
Sutton is sick. Sutton makes some good catches, man.
Yeah.
Judy needs to find a different home. I was hoping he was going to be a Chief by the trade deadline.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go who do I want? I think I'm going to go Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously didn't play all last year. This year, I mean, he was going 3rd round in redrafts.
He was going ape shit in the beginning of the year too.
Yeah, started out and then nothing. I mean, Kirk is just him and Tilo have that connection. I think it's just like him and Kirk remind me of almost, obviously not even remotely close to the same level, but that same connection that like where like Mahomes always knows Kelsey just gonna find a little hole in the defense, and like Kirk just finds those little holes, and I don't know, like I don't see Ridley's got the big play in him, but like I don't know, it hasn't been there.
The hype was real on him in this offseason too. Everyone was trying to get him.
Yeah. No, I mean he was going third round in redrafts. Like, you know, that's legit. He was up there with, I don't think he was too far behind CeeDee Lamb in redrafts.
Yeah.
Yeah, CeeDee's like top 5 now.
I mean, you know, he's
CeeDee's playing out of his mind.
Yeah, I don't know, but just feel like he's still obviously. I think he's still solid, but like he's not what he was, you know, preseason in week 1 through 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I'm gonna get into mine. I think my faller's gonna be a guy who started off the season. He could have potentially been the wide receiver 1 in their offense. I think now he's fallen to the 3, maybe even beyond that. It's Rashad Bateman.
Fuck that guy.
Went into the season, Zay Flowers, Odell Beckham Jr., Rashad Bateman. You didn't know who was going to kind of be the guy for Lamar Jackson. Obviously, Mark Andrews there. He's always going to be, you know, the first option, I think, for Lamar. And Zay Flowers has stepped up, had a good little season for a rookie. Odell had a little injury, but played well last week. Rashad Bateman kind of just kicked to the curb. So.
Yeah, he was a guy. I dropped him in our league. I was a guy. This guy is never going to see my lineup. Couldn't get a 3rd rounder for him. I was like, what's the point of keeping this guy?
Yeah, former 1st-round pick.
Sky Moore.
Fuck Sky Moore.
Another guy I cut.
Fuck that guy.
Couldn't get a 3rd rounder for him.
Sucks.
But so yeah, I got 3 guys here. One of them's probably very high on keep trade cuts. So I'll say him last. First guy, Derek talked about, not really talked about, said he wanted him on the Chiefs. Jerry Jeudy. I think he's a bum. I think just same thing every year. He's hyped up, and he's not even a wide receiver 2. I don't feel comfortable. I would not feel comfortable ever putting him in my lineup. He's behind Cortland Sutton. You never know what you're going to get from Russell Wilson. You don't know how that team's going to look next year, where he's going to be. So I don't know about Jeudy. Another here's a rookie receiver taken early in the draft, before Zay Flowers, before Jordan Addison, Quentin Johnson. I think we can already call him a bust. He's just perfect opportunity, I guess. Perfect spot. Big arm quarterback. He's next receiver. Just doing nothing.
It's so upsetting.
Mike Williams is done. Josh Palmer didn't play last night. Granted, it's a Jets game, but you just haven't seen it yet. We don't know when you're going to see it, especially you get guys like...
If it doesn't happen the next 2 weeks, I think it's official. Because, I mean, Herbert threw for 130 yards last night. Like
what?
136.
That was an ugly game to watch.
Dude, I mean, the Jets defense was elite. I mean, like Eckler had a big run late in the game, but they scored a punt return. They had a couple short fields that they scored on, but like it wasn't. They didn't drive down the field. I mean,
yeah,
it was like so. That's why like last night was the night for him to break out, just because of no Josh Palmer.
Right.
But the whole Chargers offense wasn't up to their standard, so
he's gonna get more shots.
I want to say that was his not it. But if it doesn't happen the next couple weeks or by the end of this year, for sure, you can almost write him off a little bit. But
yeah,
I just think
Palmer's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, John.
I was just saying. I just think you're a first round receiver, perfect opportunity. Yeah, you don't want to see your teammates get hurt, but like you haven't seen anything from him.
It's crazy
Mike
that this
Williams,
happens.
They were looking at him taking over Mike Williams' role. Probably when they draft him, and he's just not that.
He has. I mean, Keenan Allen's not going to be in the league forever. Like, he has two old receivers in front of him.
I feel like every year
it was the perfect opportunity.
I just feel like every year there's always a first round receiver that.
Yeah, and it's always the first one taken. Usually, you got Rager.
Yeah,
I'm not quite ready. I'm not quite ready to write him off yet.
I'm with you, but it's getting there.
I think he is plummeted.
I think anytime there's a first round rookie taken, he still has a lot of value. You could still get a lot for him in a trade. I think that'll continue. Even if he has a tough rest of the year, I think throughout the offseason, we'll get the hype throughout training camp, whatnot. I think there'll still be a lot of opportunity to sell him.
That's fair.
And I don't for me, I have him obviously. I think I don't want to get rid of him. Like if you look at my team, like I got him and Jameson Williams that I think are in pretty similar spots where it's high draft picks, obviously have talent and are in good offenses.
I just think the difference between those two. Sorry, I've seen Jameson Williams make a big play. Like, I've seen him make an impact on a game.
Right. I mean, Johnson's right. I agree, but they're similar in the sense of like, their value isn't great. But I do think there's enough upside in there potentially where it's like I think there's still, for me, solid pieces that I do like to keep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that just made me spark another guy. Not really Drake London. I've never been high on Drake.
I thought he's been a riser this year.
He's pretty good.
I don't know. I didn't even have him on my list. I just thought
he was injured. London was.
I don't know. I've just never really liked Drake London. I don't know why.
He's been very consistent this year.
Yeah, he's been good.
The last guy I have, I just think this guy is way overvalued. Past 3 years, he's been finished lower than the guy who's supposed to be the wide receiver 2. He's had one season averaging, I saw this tweet, 1 out of 5 seasons averaging 15 points a game. DK Metcalf. I think he's a low-end receiver, too. I don't think he's ever going to be higher than that. I just don't think he's consistent enough, gets the targets. And we said with Geno, you don't know he's going to get a quarterback going forward.
Yeah.
I like that.
I agree. Tight ends quick?
We totally forgot about tight ends.
Yeah.
Let's get these tight ends knocked out quick here.
I mean, I'll start.
Riser?
Right, less to talk
about.
My
riser, I mean, obviously there's some obvious ones, like, a couple rookies breaking out, but I'm going to go Cole Kmet.
Let's go.
That was mine.
That was mine as well.
Man. Kind of a touchdown machine a little. Like, he just, I don't know. I like him.
He's a beast.
I remember I took him. He was my starting tight end redraft last year, and 0-0-0 start off the year. Cut him 30, and I was like, "Fuck me!" Like, what the hell?
He signed long term too. He signed a 4-year deal. Signed a 4-year deal in the offseason too. He's long term.
So yeah, he's just been consistent.
I like him.
Yeah, one thing about I was looking at like when we were doing this, like I was looking at the tight ends. Like tight ends went off this week, so I was like, who am I gonna pick? Like who's been consistently getting better and better? And like tight ends to start the year, like there's few and far between who are producing anything. But now it's like you look around the league and it's like, okay, you can feel comfortable starting like 15 tight ends. Like
Jonnu Smith had 30 last week.
Yeah, like Jonnu Smith, like he's having he's having like a pretty good like last 3-week stretch. But I went I had to go with a cowboy. I went Jake Ferguson.
That was my other guy.
I like that.
Yeah, I like what he's doing right now. We've been needing a tight end to step up in the offense without Dalton Schultz. And the last 2 weeks, he's found the end zone. He's getting open. He's big. He's physical. He's kind of a dog too. He's pretty scrappy out there. He gets into some fights. I like that.
Yeah, and he's dating one of those twins, dude.
Oh, one of the like basketball players.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Really?
The Cavender.
Huh.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, I just traded
the other one.
I just traded him. I was sad to see him go, but having Kincaid and Taysom Hill, I was fine letting him go. But yeah, I had him. He's definitely catapulted maybe low end tight end 1, honestly, in Dynasty.
Yeah.
Who?
Ferguson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you trade for him again?
I got Dobbs just to get some depth.
Just like tight ends have been so interesting. Like one of the more consistent guys that's been sitting on my bench is Logan Thomas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's like just out of nowhere.
Or McBride.
And then I had McBride drop 30 bomb on my bench.
Dude, you have like 7 tight ends. I looked at your roster the other day. You literally have
starting
like
like
7.
You starting 5 this week?
Yep.
Or 4?
What? You're starting 5 tight ends?
Or 4?
I have the Dolphins, Eagles, and Chiefs are all on bye. So I lose Mahomes, Swift, AJ Brown, Waddle,
Pacheco.
Pacheco.
Who are you playing this week?
Scotty. I'm getting demolished.
Oh, you're screwed.
That's tough.
Let me tell you guys my starting lineup this week. Josh Dobbs, Michael Carter, Aaron Jones, Tyler Boyd, Chris Godwin, Mark Andrews, Kyle Pitts, Logan Thomas, Trey McBride, and Lamar.
I can give you some bullshit running back on my bench if you want.
No, Michael Carter's going to find his way in the end zone.
All
I
right.
can give you Noah Brown. He's going to fucking drop another 35 piece on my bench and
Noah Brown.
I got
raise my points for it.
Actually, you probably won't want Dylan because you have Jones. I got
Dylan. I don't want. You still have AJ Dillon?
what? Yeah, I do. He's actually had some all right weeks, but I mean, I'll give you Algier
Fuck, dude.
or Kareem Hunt.
I can't have that juju on my team.
Should we hit these fallers quick?
Yeah, let's do them quick.
Yeah.
Anyone else got any more risers?
No.
I mean,
I had Laporta, but that one's
Laporta's
just
tight end
we don't
1.
have to talk about that. Yeah.
I'll do my followers real quick. I'm just going to kind of name them. I don't really have too much to talk about, but I think first one's Kyle Pitts. And then my second one is Chig Okonkwo. I don't really know how to say his last name, but Chig.
You're just gonna name all my tight ends, or?
I thought Chig had some tight end 1 upside going into this year. We'll see what happens with Will Levis. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Will Levis. But and then another one I wanted to mention was Greg Dulcich as well. Another faller.
Has he done anything this year?
Decent.
He's been hurt, but
Faller, yeah, bad quarterback situation. Right when he was getting going too.
I'm gonna sink with the Kyle Pitts ship. I put too much into it. I'm too deep into it.
I had Njoku.
Really? He's been playing
good,
well,
hasn't he?
Yeah, I just don't trust anything going on in that offense right now.
That's fair.
Solid.
What a humongous
Outside of like
human being,
Amari.
huh? It's just respect.
I had one of my fallers, tight end. Another offense we talked about already a few times. It's shit, and this guy's hurt. Pat Fryermuth. Just don't think he's ever going to be anything really. Even though he's showed flashes last year. I don't know. I just feel like the guy's always going to be hurt or something.
All right, I have a question here. Maybe we can do this every time we do a podcast. Who in the league has? Don't look on your phones.
Is this a trivia question?
Oh,
This is a trivia question.
Oh, I like this.
We'll ace this. Ace this.
Who in the league has Dorian Thompson-Robinson?
Woodsy.
oh shit.
Yep,
Yeah.
Woodsy.
All right, I want to hear more of these.
Let's just do a couple more.
No, wait. Remember last year we were at Selmo. Right when I joined the league, you're
Yes,
like,
dude.
we're going to quiz you in like a week, and you got to know these.
Yeah.
A couple more here.
It's ridiculous how we know each other's teams, dude. Someone will
Who has
score and I'll be like,
Claypool?
Yeah.
Matty Cajun.
my brother.
Matty Cajun.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. That's another guy I feel fine dropping.
Yeah.
He's in like
They're trying to turn it into a tight end, right?
Dude, my brother's team has taken a turn for the best, dude.
Yeah, they went off last week. 200.
All right, let's do one more here.
Sam, I'll do a couple after. I'll give you a shot to get some.
Okay, let's see.
Just a few.
Who has Richie James?
What the fuck?
Oh,
wide receiver for Kansas City. No.
I think it's Stan.
Titsky?
No.
Richie James, dude.
Why is Richie James on a roster?
It's AJ, yeah. Why is he rostered?
AJ has Richie James?
Why is Richie James fucking rostered?
All right. I got it, guys. All right.
That's a good one. That's
Sam,
a good
you're back
one.
in the game here.
Dude, wait, hold on real quick. Sorry on the Richie James thing. He has negative points this year.
Dude, is he even active? Like week to week?
Dude, he's projected 1.5 points for every single week. I don't know why he's rostered.
He's bummed.
Brutal. All right.
Richie James. That's fucking hilarious.
Who has Ken's 2025 third?
Jesus.
Oh. Stan?
Ken should know this because he probably did a trade with him.
Stan or Woodson?
Ken's 2025 third.
Your dad?
I think it's Tom.
No, I have mine in Carney's.
Do you have it, Derek?
I have no idea.
No, I don't.
Do I have?
Yeah, it's Mayette.
Oh, it's
Mayette, right?
It's Mayette.
Mayette.
Mayette has your third.
That was in the Ayuk deal. Yeah.
Okay.
Who has... Damn, this really... 7 guys. Who has... Noah Gray?
Your dad does, doesn't he?
No.
I think it's you, right?
No.
No.
Noah Gray, dude. Another guy that shouldn't be rostered.
Yeah.
Pitsky? Dude,
I have
what?
no idea.
I don't know either.
Dan?
No. I think you've guessed everyone now but the one guy.
AJ?
Nope.
Your brother.
Woodsy?
My brother. Noah Gray, dude.
Wow. Oh, you probably had him when Kelsey was out week 1. Just hasn't dropped him since.
Why the fuck
yeah,
is Richie James rostered?
I got another question here. It's not like any of those, but let's say, which receiver leads the league in yards per catch?
Tank Dell?
No.
Wait, is there a minimum catches?
I mean,
Or is it just...
I think so.
Does he have is he like a regular player? Is he someone that
he's a regular player. He's
yards per catch.
Rashid Shaheed.
Yep.
Bang.
Yeah, he always just catches fucking bombs.
That's
20 yards per catch.
Yeah.
Tom,
Do we want...
Go for it.
No, you go.
I was just say, do we want to look at Jamie's lineup now?
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Look at us.
So yeah, if any listener wants to send in any lineup advice, send it right to the Instagram DM or wherever, and we can on the podcast go. So the team's not great. I don't know how many players. I don't know if it's 8, 10 man.
Just standard 2 receiver, 2 running back.
2 running back, 2 receiver, tight end, a flex, defense, and a kicker.
Okay.
Hurts is on bye. Puka's on bye. The running backs, just going straight Colts here. Jonathan Taylor, Zach Moss. Jacoby Myers, Mark Andrews, DJ Moore. On the bench, Sanders, Odell, Ertz, who's hurt.
Oh, this ain't great.
Dude, yeah, wait. Is this like a 16-team league?
16? No, it's like 8 or 10.
Oh, my God.
Dotson,
gotta be last,
Addison, and Roshan Johnson. Not the best team.
She's got to be in
Who
last.
was our first?
4 and 5.
Who was our first pick?
Jalen Hurts. 1-1.
Let's go.
1-1?
Yeah, it's
Say the receivers again.
I think I understand.
Puka, Jacoby Myers, DJ Moore, Addison, Dotson.
So she's got to start Moore and Addison this week.
There's the elephant in the room.
And maybe flex Dotson.
Yeah, flex or him or Myers. I guess Myers against the Jets is tough.
Yeah, I go Dotson. He's been playing well.
Yeah. Any ads though? Like, I mean, I think at this point you can drop McKinnon.
Yeah.
Drop Roshan Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Badger was going to be pretty good this year.
You drop Ertz.
Yeah, Ertz is out for the year.
So who else? So who do you think the ads? I mean, I don't know what the league is like. Who's available? But
Tom Brady.
Yeah, I think Tom Brady's good.
Say Brady, yeah.
Tebow, Hernandez.
Yep.
Brandon
Rob Gronkowski.
Henry Hanowski? Is that who you just said?
Rob Gronkowski.
Is Wendell Smallwood available in that league? Is there Smallwood in that league?
I'll check.
Okay.
I'll get back to you guys. But yeah. So
you get Brandon Lloyd?
I don't think so.
Do we want to make any bold predictions for Week 10 before we sign off here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait,
right.
Let me look at the games real quick.
Yeah, I got them up right now.
Bold predictions going in. I like it. Kind of like a sign off, right?
I'm not even thinking about it, just going.
I just got to look at the games.
I think. Actually, no,
I got one.
Go ahead.
I think I do. Let me just make sure I look at all these games. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bucks defense gets fucking torched again. Will Levis throws for 300 plus yards and 2+, maybe 3+ touchdowns.
Wow. Dude, why did the Jets get so many primetime games, dude?
Because they thought they were going to have Rodgers. Oh, dude, Jets, Raiders. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, and then Broncos, Bills.
That's god-awful, man.
Well,
Broncos, Bills, this is a bad week.
How about this Thursday night game?
Yeah, how about Panthers, Bears, dude?
And then the Frankfurt game.
Wait, here's a bold prediction. Bold prediction, Panthers-Bears hits the over.
Yeah, like the over. Yeah.
I could see Houston beating the Bengals this week.
That's what I'm saying. Mine is Stroud outduels Burrow.
I don't know.
I could also see the Pats winning. Not that that's that crazy.
The Pats.
I'd say for mine, my prediction, I'm going to go with Kyler Murray in his return. He had 3 touchdowns, 2 passing, 1 rushing, both to Hollywood Brown, and the Cardinals win.
Wow.
Fuck it.
Very specific.
I think Aiden O'Connell. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's saying they're terrible. He's going to do horrible against the Jets.
I think Tony Pollard shoves it in my mouth. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Did not mean to say it like that. Hold on.
Fucking sticks it down your fucking throat.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
I swear to God, this was. I think Tony Pollard makes me eat my words. There we go. I think he scores 3 touchdowns against the Giants this week. 3.
I think it's really fucked.
3.
I think Tommy DeVito fucks on the Cowboys this week.
Dude, that's the thing.
Giants win 14-9.
Looking at my quarterbacks, I hope you guys don't steal my idea. I might throw $1 on Tommy DeVito. I have 2 quarterbacks, unless you want to count Ritter.
Well, there's
throw
another
a fucking $1 on him.
What'd
you say, Sam?
I'm gonna put 2 on him.
I'll put 3
on 3. I'm gonna put 5.
All right, fuck that. That's too steep for me.
I put 22 on Trevor Siemian this year.
Yeah, I put fucking 24 on Jameis Winston, dude.
Dude, I had...
Is that stupid waiver wire thing?
I had Gardner Minshew cut him, then had to pay $45 for him. And then I just had Heineke. Then they bench Ritter mid-game, and then someone else picked up Heineke. And I was like, well, that sucks.
Yeah. I put like 10 on Julio Jones, but don't even have him anymore.
This is the first time I've been in a fab, so I don't even know, like, it's tough gauging.
Yeah, I have no idea how to gauge.
Sam, what was the word of the day? Quintuplet?
Quintuplet.
I think so.
We like that one, or anyone else got a better one?
Textbook.
Yeah.
No, but I got a debate question real quick before we sign off.
Wait, I actually have. Yeah, go ahead, Derek. And then I got a word of the day.
All right, I like this.
Funny thing, just remind me.
Oh, well, this isn't a funny thing. This is more of like a trade value thing. As a team that's not necessarily rebuilding or contending, would you take the 102 or CeeDee Lamb?
102.
CeeDee Lamb.
Not really rebuilding or contending. It's just like.
So meaning it doesn't matter. Like the direction of your team does not matter. Right now.
I'm gonna take the sure thing and CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take 102 because if you have your own
so you're taking CeeDee Lamb over Marvin Harrison.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Okay with that.
You know what you're getting.
That's fair.
CeeDee Lamb.
I think I might take 102 lean there because you get Harrison and then your first, if you have it, goes up even more. So maybe you can turn that into Harrison and Brock Bowers.
What quarterbacks are you taking over the 101 right now?
Mahomes, Hurts, Burrow, Allen. I was talking to a kid in my other league about this. Are you taking Stroud over 101 right now?
No.
I think it's a discussion.
Yeah, I think I am.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
I mean, is Caleb Williams going to be better than Stroud is right now?
Yeah.
What if he goes to the Bears?
I think the Bears is one of the best spots for it because they have another pick right there.
What if he goes to the Giants?
Giants, no.
Yeah.
What if
The
he goes
only
to
way
the
I would
Pats?
do it is if it's the time.
That's
if
okay.
I know where everybody's at, like what team they're on after the NFL draft.
I'm taking the sure thing.
Before the fantasy draft.
I'm taking the sure thing right now.
I think I'm taking Stroud right now, honestly.
I think I'd take the 101, dude.
It depends when. Like I said, I would do it if I know where everyone's at, what teams they're on.
What about T-Law and Herbert?
I'm taking them both over.
Taking them both over the 101.
I'm taking Herbert over 101 over T-Law.
What about Lamar?
Take
him 101.
I don't know. I might go
Taking
Lamar
Lamar over. I think the most dead even one right now is AR for the 101.
I'm taking the 101, I think.
Taking the 101.
Just because of like
injuries,
but that to me is the most even, like the even keel value-wise. Just because AR.
So you have AR over T-Law right now.
I would take when nothing else mattered, like in terms of what
you don't have
position
to
I'm
win
taking. I'm taking AR over T-Law. Yeah,
that's fair.
No bias or anything because I have T-Law in other leagues. I would take AR over
No,
T-Law.
Trevor Lawrence hasn't been that great fantasy production-wise. He hasn't emerged into that like 24 plus every week. You know?
Yeah.
He's kind of been in that 19 to 21, like good, bright future quarterback, but not like that elite production yet. You know?
So let's just like clarify. Caleb Williams right now is QB what? 8? 10?
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison's what to you guys? Wide receiver what?
7.
Assuming he goes to something with an adequate quarterback. Adequate.
6.
What
6
if
to 7.
what if Kyler Murray's throwing to him?
Oof.
I think he is wide receiver 7.
That is extremely low in my eyes.
Well, I got Jetta's
With
Chase. Jetta's Chase. Amon-Ra. Brown.
I'm not taking Amon-Ra over him with
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb's even for me.
Actually, I also just said I'd take 102 or CeeDee Lamb. So
that's what I'm saying.
I'll say 6 actually.
Marvin Harrison and Amon-Ra is not.
What about Wilson? Garrett Wilson.
In that situation, in a situation where Kyler Murray's throwing to him, he might be
tough.
Yeah, that's where you get into some.
Yeah, like I said, that's where the draft picks are. I really struggle with them because, yeah, like these guys are great, but it's all situation. Like,
yeah,
well, that's why I'm prefacing with say this guy's.
I know, but like but I'm saying like just in general, like having I don't want to I'm in a point where I'm in that middle too, where I have my first round pick, I think, is what, third right now.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm eighth in the league, but I'm 5-4. You know, like I'm not out of it by any means. I don't have my first, but like I want to get back into the first round of the draft, but I don't want to buy a first round pick right now with like the uncertainty of what it could be. You know,
But yeah, at the same time, like the window is gonna get tighter and tighter for these picks.
Right.
Like the closer we get to the draft, once the offseason hits, these picks skyrocket.
Yeah.
Like everyone's looking towards the draft now. Because the season's over.
Tom, that's exactly how I felt for the first 4 weeks because I didn't have my first. I didn't think I'd be 6-3. And I was like, fuck, my pick's going to be top 4. Still could be. I mean, I'm at 8 right now. I'm hoping it stays there, but I was like, shit, I might be screwed. But I wanted to get picks, but I knew I wasn't going to get my own from Derek. So I was like, if I blow my team, my pick could end up being 102, and then I'm screwed. So that's why I just I had to stand pat. I was like, I don't know what to do.
I want the 101, man. So bad.
Well, you have a top 2 pick regardless.
Yeah, but I'm such a believer in Caleb Williams regardless of his.
So am I.
We're going to think of him crying in the stands.
I love it.
I think I got too much hate.
Show some emotion.
What? He's younger than us.
It's also his goddamn mom.
Yeah, right? On. Why are people getting on him?
It's fine. I don't really care. It's not going to affect him as a quarterback.
He also slung it against freaking...
Bizarre move, though.
Washington. Yeah, maybe do that behind the scenes.
Yeah.
She held up a folder or something.
Yeah, but he's trembling in her arms.
Yeah. You also don't know the situation. You never know.
Yeah.
All right. What do you guys say?
I'd like to shout out Tony Giannatasio, the new mayor of Milford.
He won?
Big win today. Yeah, big win.
He won? Let's go.
Congratulations.
I saw when I came up, I saw his signs all over town.
Yep.
Was it a landslide? Close selection.
It was pretty much it was a landslide, but it wasn't supposed to be. So congrats, Tone.
I know your family had the little thing in the front yard.
Yep, good friends with the family. Great friends with the family.
Good.
Tony G, congratulations. Hope you're listening in.
Good for him.
Yeah, round of applause.
Well,
Tony G.
Congratulations, Tony.
I'll have a beer with that guy.
All right.
All right, well, yeah, that's good. Our 42 from us at Pigskin Pros Fantasy. Thanks for joining. Pumping out more content this week. We'll see you guys soon.
Sign off.